Kamusta po, Imos?
Sumama po kayo sa laban nating ito dahil ito ay para sa atin lahat.
Live dito.
Its official election season is upon us as campaigns have officially started today. Candidates for various national posts kick-started the 3-month road to the May 9 polls, with several presidential aspirants going to their bailiwicks.
From Luzon to Mindanao, thousands flock to vote-rich areas, donning their colors. May it be pink, blue, red, green, or white. And the combined forces of One News and News 5 will give you the latest on the rallies of our top presidential bets. Good evening, I'm Gretchen Hall.
I'm Robbie Alampay. You're watching The Big Story.
We kick off our coverage of the first official day of the campaign with the Lenny-Kiko tandem. The two, along with their Senate slate, held their proclamation rally in Robredo's hometown in Naga City, Camarines Sur.
Let's get the latest from mobile journalist Jacob Lazaro, who is reporting, joining us over the phone. Jacob, first off, do we have a number of those who attended VP Lenny and Senator Kiko's proclamation rally over there in Naga?
Hi, Robbie. Hi, Gretchen. Right now, the organizers said that there are 15 to 20,000 attendees here in the Plaza Quezon in Naga City. And being here right now, it does look like that is an accurate number, 15 to 20,000, because there's barely any free space here left. There were even a volunteer group from the Philippine Red Cross in standby with nurses, just in case there is any unfortunate event.
Now, 15 to 20,000, this of course is one of the first questions on people's minds. How are we going to campaign in the middle of the pandemic? How were COVID-19 protocols enforced there?
Well, Vice President Lenny Robredo already answered that question, and she said it's going to be hard to make adjustments because campaigning under the pandemic is really a very difficult thing. But she did say that they are still, studying how they will adjust to this. And so far, hopefully, in the future, it's going to be more. It's going to be less. There will be lesser strict in this campaign. And another thing is that the COMELEC regulations for campaigning also requires the use of face shields during any in-person campaigning. But so far, the people that I'm seeing here are not wearing any.
Okay, now this was of course in her hometown of Naga. How was the reception when the senatorial aspirants and VP Lenny and Senator Kiko were introduced?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again?
How was the reception for them? Not just VP Lenny, not just Kiko, but also the senatorial aspirants.
Okay. Well, Robbie, it's nothing short to say that Robredo painted the town, its people, and their hearts pink. As again, there are 20,000 people in attendance here in Quezon Plaza for their grand rally. And even during the earlier, smaller in-person campaigns, the people were all very supportive when it comes to all the senatorial polls. Whenever they were making their speeches, they were very engaging. And they talked to several supporters on the ground, and they said that they trust Lenny Robredo's judgment for choosing her senatorial votes, and that they are sure that there will be a solid vehicle for Lenny, but also that she will win the presidency.
Jacob, was there anything different with how VP Lenny and Senator Kiko conducted their speeches? What were some of the points or issues that they raised?
Okay, well, one of the logistical differences in them, raising their, making their speeches in the earlier mini rallies is that they did kind of a drive-through style of delivering their speech, where they won't really go down their vehicles, but they will just stand above it and speak and deliver their speech. During their speeches today in this grand rally, Vice President Leni Robredo alluded to many controversies actually in the government, and one of this is the controversial, disinformation or misinformation case of the Taliano gold, saying that we shouldn't hope for such fictional gold, but the real gold is the golden hearts of the people who want real change. And she also said that this election will really be a make or break for the Philippines and its people. So at the end of her speech, she said, "Tara na, ipanalo na natin to, or let's go and let's win this thing." For Senator Kiko Pangilinan, of course, he raised his points about agricultural and the labor sector that needs improvement. And of course, since all of the senatorial votes are here, Kiko Pangilinan and Leni Robredo, they're all endorsing each other, making sure that all of the votes that one of them gets will also be taken or will also be voted to the other. So it's more of a now that the official campaign has started, it's more of a unifying message between them that they trust each other.
Thank you so much for those updates. That was mobile journalist Jacob Lazaro reporting live from Naga, Camarines Sur. The race is on to find the successor of President Duterte, who is himself busy packing up and moving out of Malacanang. Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez has the story.
On the eve of the start of the official campaign period, President Rodrigo Duterte announced he will not be officially backing any presidential candidates. Duterte on Monday said almost all aspirants had sought his endorsement.
At this time, I'm not supporting anybody. Unless there is a compelling reason really for me to change my mind.
Duterte earlier backed his longtime aide Senator Bongo, who later dropped out of the race. This left the ruling party PDP Laban without a standard bearer for this year's polls.
Patuloy pa rin po yung ginagawang consensus building at pagdesisyon ng PDP Laban tungkol po dyan sa desisyon na yan.
In his Talk to the People forum, the president mentioned he has been sending his belongings home to Davao as he plans to move out of the palace by next month.
So I should be out by March. Hindi ko na paabutin ng Abril.
The president has maintained his very good satisfaction rating in the latest social weather station survey. December 2021 SWS data shows Duterte got a plus 60, which is 8% higher than his rating in September last year. Duterte's term will expire on June 30, which is also the official start of his successor's 6-year administration. Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez, We Are One News.
These are the other big stories tonight. A sea of blue takes over Manila as Mayor Isko Moreno and running mate Doc Willie Ong kick off their proclamation rally with a blue wave caravan, while Senators Ping Lacson and Tito Soto take pride of their disciplined and orderly sortie in Imus, Cavite. And Gilas Pilipinas lineup for the FIBA World Cup Asian qualifiers is still in the air as new head coach Chot Reyes meets with the players. These big stories after the break.
Good evening. You're still watching The Big Story. I'm Robbie Alampay.
And I'm Gretchen Ho. Acción Democratico standard-bearer Mayor Isko Moreno and his running mate Doc Willie Ong did not go far to launch their campaign as they stayed in Manila.
After their Blue Wave caravan, the Moreno-Ong tandem was holding their proclamation rally at the Cartilla ng Katipunan. To give us updates, we have mobile journalist Yeda Pascual reporting live from Manila. Yeda, how did the Manila crowd receive the Moreno-Ong tandem?
Gretchen, Robbie, at andito tayo ngayon parehas sa Cartilla ng Katipunan at makikita pa rin natin na marami pa rin tao. Pero katatapos lang ng proclamation rally ng Aksyon Demokratiko. Kaninang umaga, nagsimula itong motorcade papunta dito sa proclamation rally dito sa Manila at napakaraming tao ang sumuporta kay Manila Mayor Isko Moreno at sa kanyang mga kapwa kandidato. Nakikita natin na parang mismo lang naging translasyon itong dami ng tao na sumuporta at tuwang-tuwang makita itong sila Mayor Isko Moreno.
Yeda, marami. Pero who are the notable people in attendance in the Blue Wave caravan?
Robin, nakapagtataka man, maraming nagtataka dahil si Manila Mayor Isko Moreno ay dating artista. Pero walang sikat na mga personalidad ang pumunta dito. Walang sayawan, walang kantahan. Simula kaninang umaga sa motorcade hanggang ngayon sa proclamation rally. Ang mga dumalo lang ay ang mga kapwa niya politiko na sila Councilor Irene Belmonte ng Quezon City, Toto Mangundadatu, sila June Montesilio, Congressman Pablo Garcia ng Cebu, at ni Pateros Mayor Miguel Ponce III. So walang sikat na personalidad na pumunta dito. Rob.
Yeda, lahat ba ng senador sa line-up present dyan sa proclamation rally?
Yes, Gretchen, kompleto simula pa kaninang umaga at 8 hours nga itong tinagal nitong motorcade na ito at kasama sila senatorial candidate Samira Gutok, Dr. Carl Balita at si Jopet Tipon.
And Yeda, nung nagsalita si Mayor Isko Moreno, ano naman mga tema? What topics did he touch on?
Robbie, ito nga kanina nilinaw ni Mayor kung bakit walang sikat na personalidad. Ang sinabi ng kanyang partido ay walang asahang gimmick, walang asahang sikat na personalidad dahil ang focus ng kampanya nilang ito ay puro at siksik na plataforma lamang. At gaya nga ng focus nila ay pabahay, pagkain, trabaho, edukasyon at syempre, Robbie, Gretchen, kalusugan, number 1.
Maraming salamat, Yeda Pascual, joining us live from Manila. Let's go down south to Mindanao, where presidential hopeful Senator Manny Pacquiao started the ball rolling in his hometown in General Santos City. Mon Guaves gives us updates live from Gensan. Mon!
Robbie, Gretchen claiming to be the only genuine Bisaya presidential senator and boxing champ Manny Pacquiao hopes that he will get the solid vote of Visayas and Mindanao. And no better place to start wooing voters than in his hometown here in General Santos City. Using pails and basins, these women from Barangay Bawing in General Santos City made their choice known as they waited for their chosen presidential bet, Senator Manny Pacquiao. But unlike previous caravans, the senator this time had to forgo doing handshakes and settled for waves instead. But motorists joining his caravan still handed out shirts. Some 500 vehicles joined his parade, some from Sarangani and as far as South Cotabato and Maguindanao.
Ang suportaran niya, yung nandito sa Mindanao. Kaya gusto namin malipat ang malakayan dito sa General Santos para malapit naman sa mga kababayan natin dito sa Mindanao.
Matulungin, masipag, mabait sa mga kagaya namin na mga Muslim.
Pacquiao's proclamation rally was held at the city's Oval Plaza. But some supporters like Tatay Lino were unable to join the campaign due to restrictions.
Idol niya si Pacquiao. Magano daw siya magtingin kay Pacquiao.
Boboto niyo ba si Pacquiao?
Ay, solid Pacquiao, sir.
Bakit?
Kay taga Jinsan.
The Gensan Police has deployed around 200 policemen to observe.
Dito sa outdoor po ay at least 50% capacity. Itong oval ito, ang capacity nito is nasa 20,000.
So ang nag-picture pala
Robbie, Gretchen, the proclamation rally of the Pacquiao Atienza tandem is still ongoing, in which currently the presidential candidate of Prom D himself, Senator Pacquiao, is currently delivering his message to the public. And Pacquiao's running mate Lito Atienza wasn't able to attend the rally, but he joined the program via Zoom live. And Senatoriables Rafi Tulfo and Lutz Barbo are also present here in the event. Meanwhile, the other senatorial candidates under the Pacquiao's ticket all gave video messages, while Senator Win Gatchalian has a representative. Tomorrow, Team Pacquiao will continue campaigning in the Sarangani province. Robbie, Gretchen.
Joining us from General Santos City, that was Mon Gualvez.
For their part, the Lacson-Soto tandem started their campaign in Lacson's hometown, Cavite. Unlike the other candidates, their day one was more subdued. To give us updates, mobile journalist King Senko. King, kamusta proclamation rally dyan sa Cavite?
Hi, Robbie, Gretchen. So here in Cavite, Senator Ping Lacson and Senator Tito Soto's campaign kicked off with a press briefing at the Imus City Hall, and then after that, just a few steps away, they attended a mass. Now, the tandem chose Cavite specifically because this is Senator Ping Lacson's hometown, and historically, with all the campaigns that Senator Ping Lacson have held through the years of running for position, he has been consistently number one here in his own province.
Okay, now we've been covering the rally since the day started. One crucial difference for the Lacson-Soto ticket is that they did not conduct any motorcades. Why is that?
Well, Cavite is a vote-rich province. There's no denying that. And actually right now, Senator Lacson is speaking. Before this, the crowd was crazy when he entered the stage, when he stood up the stage. He's really confident that he's going to get the vote of the vote-rich province, Cavite. And his kababayan is really proud of him.
Okay, now King, are we getting this right? Are we getting the right impression? It seems that several of those in their senatorial slate seem to just send video messages and were not actually there. Some of them being shared by the candidates opted to attend the rally of other parties. How does that sit with Senator Ping Lacson?
I'm sorry, Robbie. Can you say that again? The line is cutting in and out.
As we all know, a lot of the slates have guest candidates and so on. We just noticed that some of the candidates of Senator Ping Lacson that he's endorsing for the Senate were not actually there. They did send video messages, but on the other hand, they were present in other candidates' rallies.
Oh, yes. That question popped up quite a number of times during the press briefing, you know. But as per Senator Lacson, he said that it's okay for as long as these candidates are not saying anything against them. He's fine with that. Actually, even on this rally, guest candidates are present, and even the absent candidates sent their representatives or at least a video to at least show their support to the group, to the party.
Okay, salamat, King. Mobile journalist King Senko.
Now we go to the big story in sports. Despite the Gilas Pilipinas team's changes in leadership and shortage of players, head coach Shot Reyes says the team's preparations for the FIBA World Cup Asian qualifiers has been very encouraging. Reyes says the basketball players have put in the effort ahead of the games on February 24. However, the lineup is not yet final and they are still keeping their options open. Gilas will face South Korea, New Zealand, and India in the Asian qualifier rounds of the FIBA World Cup.
I must say that I'm very pleased. We've had, 4 practices so far? But what we're seeing is very encouraging. Now, while we are very pleased, we're still very cautious because alam nyo naman, iba yung practice, iba yung laro, di ba?
Time for another quick break. When we return, deviating from the usual hometown rallies, the unit team of Ferdinand Marcos Jr. and running mate Mayor Sara Duterte Carpio launched theirs at Iglesia ni Cristo's Philippine Arena. Meanwhile, even without a COMELEC permit, Labor leader Leody de Guzman pushes through with his proclamation rally in Quezon City. And it's not all speeches and motorcades. Candidates also showed off their moves in the proclamation rally. A look at the gimmicks we have to put up with in the coming months after the break.
Good evening. You're still watching The Big Story. I'm Robbie Alampay.
And I'm Gretchen Ho. At least 25,000 supporters are said to have flocked the Philippine Arena for the proclamation rally of Ferdinand Marcos Jr. and running mate Sara Duterte Carpio.
Candidates and performers took to the stage of the arena of red and green. Let's get updates from mobile journalist Julie Baiza, who's reporting live from the Philippine Arena. Julie, how many people would you say was in the arena?
Robbie, Gretchen, the organizers earlier estimated that more than 20,000 supporters and followers of the unit team will attend the proclamation party. So that's roughly around 50% of Philippine Arena's total capacity. But there's no official head count as per the moment from the organizers. And we're still looking at the old estimation, which is 25,000. So we didn't know as per the moment how many in total attended.
Okay, Julie, what message did the candidates have for their supporters?
Both Marcos and Duterte's speech highlighted their campaign promise, pagkakaisa or unity. In her speech, Mayor Sara Duterte said that she wanted three things, and I quote, trabaho at hanap buhay para sa karamihan, kalidad na edukasyon para sa kabataan, at mapayapang pamumuhay. On the other hand, BBM encourages everyone to unite and work together for our country. He said that we should continue all the work or the kilusan that they already started. He ended his speech by saying na pagandahin natin ang minamahal na bansang Pilipinas at tayo ay sama-samang babangon muli.
Now, who from the unit team senatorial slates were actually present in the rally?
Present except former Senator Gringo Honasan, which was represented by his wife, Jane Umali Honasan, and to Representative Doren De Garda, which Senator Domestic.
Okay, Julie, napapansin natin, nasa Philippine Arena, nagkaroon ng proclamation rally itong unit team. Does that also mean that they are being endorsed by Iglesia ni Cristo?
Earlier, tinanong na natin yan sa spokesperson ni former Senator Bongbong Marcos, the Attorney Vic Rodriguez, and he earlier said to the media not to read too much into the choice of venue kasi he explained that they chose Philippine Arena as a venue as this could accommodate the thousands of supporters and followers of the tandem. Though we know, Robbie and Gretchen, that in the last 2016 elections, the leadership of Iglesia ni Cristo endorsed President Rodrigo Duterte and Bongbong Marcos.
Thank you so much for those updates. That was mobile journalist Julie Baiza reporting to us live from Bulacan. We now go to JC Cosico, who is in Quezon City, where the proclamation rally of labor leader Leody de Guzman was held at the Bantayog ng mga Bayani. The rally almost did not push through because of issues with permits. But JC, what's the update on that?
Gretch, despite the absence of campaign permits, de Guzman continued his proclamation rally tonight. Before the rally, the group held a motorcade from his home in Cainta, Rizal. The motorcycles were decorated with red and white balloons. The group then went to ABS-CBN where they met with different labor groups. From here, they marched on to Bantay ng mga Bayani for the party's proclamation rally. There were singing and dancing, and the program was simple with no endorsement from celebrities. They rather focused instead on their party's platforms. Present as well were Yodi's running mate, Professor Walden Bello, and Senatoriables Roy Cabonegro, David D'Angelo, and attorney Luke Espiritu. One problem, though, they said that the rally has no permit from the COMELEC. Calyodi said they pushed through anyway because they have already prepared for it. He is still checking if his party was able to secure an application or not. But for now, they are ready for the repercussions.
Definitely, it is an election offense because the requirement is they need to seek a permit first before conducting a campaign. Per records po from the NCR, they don't have any, or they didn't receive any application po for the conduct of any mode of campaign from the group of Calyodi de Guzman.
Hindi na kakayanin. Wala na. Hindi na papasok sa 72 hours. Ang magtitimbang kami doon sa preparasyon na naihanda na. Kaya as of now, pupunta pa rin ako dun sa motorcade. Siguro harapin na lang namin ng partido kung anong magiging repercussion nun.
Gretch, as we speak, the speech of VP candidate Professor Walden Bello is ongoing, and the campaign team said that over 1,000 supporters are present here tonight. Back to you.
That was JC Cosico reporting to us live from Quezon City.
And it was not all speeches and motorcades today. Candidates also introduced a different side to themselves in today's rallies.
Whether to show off their moves or to bring you back to their roots, today just goes to show that elections are more fun in the Philippines. Senatorial candidate Teddy Bagilat is the best-dressed candidate of VP Leni Robredo's slate as he enters the stage wearing nothing but the traditional Ifugao ethnic costume. Bagilat's traditional wear was complete from head to toe, from his wano or G-string to his sash and to his traditional headdress.
Meanwhile, other candidates busted a move or two during the sorties. Presidential candidate and Manila City Mayor Isko Moreno danced with his supporters during their Blue Wave caravan. Supporters cheered the mayor on. Over at the Marcos unit team, former presidential spokesperson and senatorial candidate Harry Roque danced his way in the big arena with backup dancers at that.
Roque lahat tayo. Hari Roque ang Hari Roque. Hari Roque. Hari Roque. Hari Roque. Hari Roque.
Unang araw pa lamang. Ang dami na nangyari.
Day one.
Teka, mukhang marami pa tayong makikitang gano'n. Bilang marami ka nang na-witness na campaign period, how wild is this compared to the past?
Not at all. I think it's safe to say, umpisa pa lang to. I mean, anybody who's ever been through any national elections, even local, diba? Wala pa to. Patikim pa lang to.
Pero kanina, ang nabalitaan ko, bawal ang beso, bawal ang selfie na malapit sa isa't isa dahil may COVID-19 pandemic pa rin. So we hope that still gets observed, the protocols.
We hope, but from what we've seen, it's really going to be a challenge, not just for the COMELEC, but for the DOH and LGUs for that matter. Something to watch out for and something for all of us to be careful about.
Well, I will be staying off TikTok for a while because we have enough of the dancing on TV. That wraps up today's big story. Catch us again tomorrow at 8 p.m. on Signal Channels 8 and 250.
Please like our Facebook page, One News. For more in-depth analysis, visit our webpage, onenews.ph. Mask on.
Wash hands.
And stay safe, Philippines. I'm Robbie Alampay.
And I'm Gretchen Hall. We are One News. Have a good evening.